Welcome to my channel where magic meets the mess, a tarot journey of becoming. This channel is a living diary. I use my tarot as a mirror, not because I have life figured out, but because I'm committed to meeting myself honestly, openly. Each day I explore the energy I'm moving through, the shadow that walks beside it, and the guidance that helps me take the next step forward. This isn't polished spirituality, it's real-time growth. I share my thoughts, doubts, lessons, and breakthroughs as they happen, because becoming who you're meant to be is rarely tidy, but is deeply meaningful. I believe magic doesn't exist outside of the mess, it lives inside of it. This space is for anyone who knows they're here for something more, but sometimes feels lost, stuck, or unsure how to keep going. You don't need to be healed, awakened, or confident to be here. You just need to be willing. This is where magic meets the mess. A tarot diary of becoming, told one card, one truth, one day at a time. Good morning, beautiful souls. I am here this morning about to do my morning energy check. I just want to have a little ramble and chat before I get started while I shuffle these cards. I know that one of the hardest things to do in life is to get started on a project or a passion project or this idea of how it's going to be. And I know for myself, I'm such a perfectionist that I don't want to do it unless it's perfect. And I know that my purpose in this lifetime is to be a healer and a teacher and a guide. But at the same time, I'm also guiding and teaching and being gentle with myself. I've really struggled with the communication of how I can implement my wisdom and knowledge to help others. Like, I was wanting to do it in a way that I was being a teacher for others, but now I think that I'm going to just document my own personal journey and my own struggles and everything about my own journey that people can follow along on, instead of me being a teacher for others. So, for example, by that I mean, before I was wanting to do tarot readings on shadow aspects and the medicine and how to implement those messages for a collective, but now I'm going to make it all about myself and what's showing up in my shadows and the day-to-day that I'm navigating, and then people can use my journey to implement those lessons to what resonates within their own story. I've always felt that when I press record, I get this kind of like shy block. And then I don't know what to say, and I want to kill, I literally just saw the death card, this old version of mine that's stuck in making it all perfect and not knowing what to say unless it's scripted. And I just want to really build on that muscle of showing up and speaking, that it just becomes so easy for me. So that begins with just getting started and doing it with repetition. So I'm going to do each morning and press record my own little shadow check to see where my energy is sitting for the day, what the shadow is, and the advice on what I can work through for that shadow for the day. Yesterday I woke up feeling really good. Like, when I first opened my eyes, I felt energized, I felt excited. I got on the treadmill, and then after I got off the treadmill, I felt even better. Like, I was on fire. This morning when I woke up, I had like this blanket of like darkness. Not that there was anything wrong. I just felt this overwhelming sense of sadness. Like, it was really hard. It's hard to describe because I don't have anything bad happening in my life or anything like that. It was just this this shadow aspect of the devil, which is the fear and the heaviness and the weight, that was just clouding over my light. And I acknowledged it. I knew that it wasn't mine to hold. I could see how I felt so amazing yesterday, and then today I had this like cloud of misery again. So it will be interesting to see what comes up in the cards today for my shadow and what I can work on. So I'll just get started, and I think the more I show up, the more I will get my groove. And I just want this to be my own personal diary of success and growth, and my struggles and my shadows and the high life and the low life. And it's just going to be really real and raw and authentic. And when I do that, I can't go wrong. So let's get started. Spirit, ancestors, guardian angels, and higher beings, please bring through the messages that I need to see today to help me of reaching my highest timeline. Please show me the shadows. Please show me what I need to work through. Please show me any advice and guidance that is going to help me in my day today. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, the first card we're going to do today is my current energy. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. So this is pretty much bang on to how I'm feeling at the moment. I'm in this really beautiful flow of my creativity. Although I have moments of being stuck, I am in this builder aspect where I'm working my craft, I'm building my business. I've got a million projects that I'm working on at the moment with all my craft. Yesterday I spent the day, not all day, I went to the beach and found driftwood. I went with Mum and took the dogs, and it was such a beautiful morning. I collected a heap of beautiful driftwood that I brought home that I will start prepping, and I'm going to document that whole process of prepping my driftwood and turning it into beautiful handmade art. And this shows, I literally just lost what I was about to say something. Anyway, it's about my builder phase, my creative phase. I'm building an empire, my empire, from my creative spark. But this journey has been long and slow and challenging, and sometimes I feel like I'm not getting any growth. I'm a very messy creator, so when I'm like, you know, when a little kid is excited and they go into their toy room and they're really excited to find this particular toy, and they just tear through all the boxes and they're just so laser focused on this one toy that they've got so much enjoyment and thrill and excitement that they just tear the room apart trying to find this particular toy. I'm like that when I create. When I'm laser focused on this creation, I'm very messy. My studio is a mess. I've got art supplies everywhere. But the building phase of it is so beautiful. I'm so in my creative flow that I'm feeling amazing. I'm not thinking about anything else. It's not until I'm finished and then I'm look at the mess and I'm oh dear Lord. I'm the one that's got to clean all that up now. And then I get, this morning, my table is a mess. And it hinders my creativeness because all I want to do is create, and I don't want to have to do the cleaning. But then that's a part of it. It's a part of self-love and showing up and having a beautiful, clean space. So today I need to implement some daily actions of cleaning up and putting that self-love in while also staying in my creative flow. So I've got the Ace of Pentacles, and this is like a new beginning. This is like a new opportunity. It's this feeling of I'm stepping into this phase of I've been building for so long in my creative flow that now I'm starting to see the rewards from my hard work. I'm like going from the Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Pentacles, because 8 plus 1 pentacle is the Nine of Pentacles, and that's like the successful woman who's standing in her abundance because she's created it herself. It's like that self-made energy. She is whole and financially complete on her own because she's built that stability from the ground up all by herself. She's independent, she's thriving, she's beautiful, she has everything around her. She's like living a life of luxury. It's just that one step away from having the Ten of Pentacles, which to me, my depiction and my idea of the Ten of Pentacles is when I've reached my goal of my money is flowing to me with ease. I'm in my new beautiful home. I have my new beautiful studio. I'm with my beautiful partner, and we've like made it to this beautiful location that I've been working towards. I'm not saying that my location here is not beautiful. It is. It's so beautiful, but it's not. I've outgrown this place. My house is small. I don't have enough room for my animals to be free. I have this suffocating feeling that I've outgrown this location. So with building all of my pentacles up through my creative insight and my visions and my goals and my spark and my love, I'm working my pentacles up to reach this place that feels like home to me. So the energy today is very beautiful for how I'm feeling, which yes, I do feel this way. I feel like no matter what, I'm going to succeed. But then I have these hiccups and these road bumps where I feel like nothing is actually appearing in front of me. I'm doing all this hard work, but I'm not seeing the results of my efforts yet. But I also know that it's coming, if that makes sense. So this energy for how I'm feeling it's beautiful. I love this. It's me working on my craft, and I'm about to go through these gates. If I keep on working through, I keep showing up, even though I feel like I'm showing up very slowly and it's not happening quick enough. It is happening behind the scenes. So this is beautiful. Okay, now I want to pull a card on the area that this new beginning is showing up. So I've got that I'm in my builder phase. I'm heading towards this beautiful new location. I'm about to see the results of my hard work. Okay. So we have a block here. I've got the Two of Swords. So this is just pretty much what I was talking about. I haven't touched on the deeper darkness of the shadow. This is just the energy around this feeling. So it's a pause. It's gaining clarity on the things that are holding me back and the things that will open the door for me to go through. So it's like sometimes I blind myself, but I know that I can see. I have the power to take the blind off, but I sit there in this stuck, procrastinating, stalemate energy. But at any given moment, I have the choice to break free from this. So it's like how I woke up this morning. I woke up with this blanket of sadness on my back, but I knew that that sadness wasn't mine because there was nothing to be sad about. So I choose to acknowledge it, but I don't take that feeling on for the rest of the day. I don't choose to sit in that misery of being stuck, because that's where the fear and the energy of no growth is. The shadow and the ego and the darkness does not want you to see your power. So it puts these weights on your back to try and keep you stuck with the shadow, with the darkness, with the ego, because the ego likes to keep yourself safe. It likes to remain where it's comfortable, where it's familiar, where misery loves company. All right, let's get to the shadow aspect of this procrastination and this stuckness. Spirit, please show me the shadow fear that is within my body today, please, Spirit. Show me the shadow. Okay, I've got the star. So this is the fear that this vision and this dream and this drive that I'm chasing within me is never going to come. I'm never going to reach it. I'm always going to be stuck in this pause of procrastination, of feeling like I'm never breaking through this threshold to actually arrive at the Nine of Pentacles. It's like always being in the builder phase, but never reaching the goal. So I know that that's not the truth, because deep within, I feel it. I see myself arriving. I see myself in my new location. I see myself sharing my work. I see myself talking with no blockages. I see myself happy and smiling and dancing. Like, I physically see that in my third eye and in my story of this is who I am and this is where I'm going and this is my destiny and this is my purpose, and no one or nothing is going to stop me. The only thing that is stopping me is that cloud of darkness that is trying its best to latch onto me and keep me stuck. Because the moment we get stuck in that weight of that heaviness and that blanket of confusion and illusion and this story that... Oh, I can hear something crawling. This story that is not your story, that's the only time you're going to be stuck. So the star is a beautiful card. It is about faith and hope and positivity and the pause of sitting with yourself and listening to that inner dialogue and following that inner light. It's kind of a card of like, it's hope. It is hope that there is this beautiful life out there and we are all earning and deserving of it. We just have to push through this blanket of darkness that says that when we're never going to get there, we're never going to receive this beauty and this abundance that we're all deserving of. All right, let's ask for some advice on this shadow and this procrastination and this stuck energy, Spirit. Show me the advice that I can utilize to help me. I've got the Emperor, and this is like being that leader within yourself. This is being that embodied, it's a masculine energy, so he takes charge. You are showing up, being the leader in your own life, taking charge of your own destiny. There's there's nothing holding you back. You are wise, you are dependable, you are stable, you thrive on growth, and you are this beautiful energy of purpose, and people look up to you because the energy that you ooze it's so confident. And when people see you showing up in your confidence, it's so attractive. It's so beautiful, and people just want to learn. They want to be around you. They want to be surrounded by that energy of like nothing is unachievable. Everything, you're in power. You're in your own power. You are balanced in all of your emotions, and you are leading your own life. You are the king in your story. So this is a reminder to, when feeling this confusion and this stuckness and this, it's like you're blindfolded in this thick of this fog, but you can't break through. It's coming back to that light within and envisioning that future and that life that you know is yours, but you're just not there yet. But if you keep pushing through and you don't let that fear and that stuckness and that story that doesn't want you to burst through the gates to the promised land of your life, that you would wake up so proud and happy. And for me, it's my highest timeline. It's this version of me that I know that I am, that I'm going to be, and that I'm chasing, but I actually get there. I actually arrive. And for most people don't ever get there. They don't ever arrive. They kind of give up on the dream because they don't think it's possible. They think that it's too hard, or they don't have that willingness to want to receive what is promised to them. Okay, let's get some other messages, Spirit. Okay, we've got the Two of Wands. So this is a card of planning. It's a card of movement and growth and taking action. It's having that awareness and that creative spark and that drive to create something beautiful, and not just sitting in the idea. This is actually gathering your resources and making the plan and starting to act on it. You're not just sitting there anymore, you're acting on it. You have this vision in your head of where you're going and who you are and what your purpose is. For some people don't even know their purpose. It's in the journey that the purpose is revealed to you. I think I know my purpose. I do know my purpose. And getting up and taking action is the hardest part. But it's not something that you have to, it's the daily small actions. It's the tiny, tiny little steps that nobody sees that actually gets you to the finish line. It's the small acts of, I know that right now my studio is a mess and I want to keep creating, but then I've got that stuck block feeling because everything's messy, and it's like I want to keep creating, but it's like I've got to clean my studio first. And I can't get to the fun part until I clean it up and I'm organized and I'm in a space that creates my flow to be even more beautiful and more inspired and passionate to create more because my space is clean. So I have to actually act on that. I can't just sit here dwelling on it in the procrastination of, I know that I need to clean up, but I'm not doing it. Because then we sit there too long. A day goes by and we don't grow. We don't move. The next day we're still there. Where if I had made that small tiny choice, I would be one tiny little smidgen bit closer. And it's all those daily actions of, for example, when I cook dinner at night time, I am so lazy that I don't want to wash the dishes afterwards. So I leave the dishes. But then in the morning when I wake up the next day and I wake up and I've got a messy kitchen, I'm automatically in a bad mood because it's like, oh, I've got all this mess to clean up. But when I clean my house and wash all the dishes and I wake up the next morning and the kitchen is beautiful and clean and there's no mess from the day before, I'm automatically feeling better. Small steps of, I feel bloated and uncomfortable in my stomach, but what am I going to do about it today to lessen that feeling? Am I going to move my body? Am I going to nourish myself with healthy foods that don't make me feel bloated? Or am I going to eat pasta and pizza and contribute to the feeling of feeling bloated? So a small action of this morning, I got on the treadmill and I did some intervals, and I automatically, the second I finish doing that, I feel amazing. Every single time I feel so good. And even though I only was on there for, I think, like 10 minutes doing intervals of incline and getting my heart rate up, and then I did some dumbbell squats, and gets me one step closer. So I'm actually actioning the movement. I'm not just sitting there anymore with this blindfold on my face. I'm actually removing the blindfold, acknowledging that there's this part of me that's trying to keep me stuck. It's trying to hold me back. It's trying to pass another day by where I don't move my body. I don't tidy up. I don't do any acts of self-care. I don't create. I just sit there in misery and procrastination and heaviness of the version of me that I know I can be, but another day has passed and I didn't act on it. So it's actioning the tiny little steps. I'm somebody that when I write things down and get to tick it off, I get so much enjoyment out of ticking it off. It's like I get to grade myself and I show up for myself and I get like a 10 out of 10 because I actually did the work. And when you do all just those tiny little acts, by the end of the day, it equals a lot. It equals bounds and leaps into the right direction. So I can see here that the shadow for today is definitely procrastination. Procrastination of knowing what would make you feel good for the day, but you don't take the actions to implement anything. I just go to my room and watch another episode. I continue to eat another unhealthy meal. I don't drink enough water. I allow myself to stay on repeat for another day to then show up tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow we will be better. But it's in the now. It's in the moments right now that you're going to push through that. You're going to see yourself a little bit closer. So today I will take my own advice. I'm going to clean my house because it's a mess. I've already done a little bit of losing my words. I've already done a little bit of a workout, but I want to do a few exercises throughout the day. I'd like to do another walk on the treadmill and do my incline up and really get my heart rate up. I would like to spend some time in the sun. I'm going to just lay out in the sun for like 10 minutes because that makes me feel good. I have a fridge full of beautiful, nutritious fruits and vegetables. I'm going to actually make myself a nourishing meal instead of being lazy and just eating Cruskits or toast. I've got everything in front of me, all the tools. I just need to use my tools to create magic. When I'm feeling like I'm stuck or I'm having a moment of procrastination, I'm going to be gentle with myself. I'm not going to beat myself up. If I feel like I need to have a little bit of a rest or a power nap, I'm going to go have a little bit of a power nap. But I'm not going to lay in bed all day. I'm going to have my power nap. I'm going to get back up again, and I'm going to keep moving forward. So it's being gentle with yourself while implementing tiny small actions, because each tiny small action grows into the big steps when you look back. Within a month of all those tiny little steps, when I look back on it, I'm going to see huge growth. It doesn't happen overnight. And I know that. So I'm going to do a little vlog of showing up for myself today. And I will pair it with this recording so you can see what I actually have done. And I already feel proud of myself this morning because I pressed record. I didn't worry about it being perfect. I just showed up. I can see what I need to work on for the day. I've got my advice from Spirit, and I'm so thankful and grateful. And I hope that from me sharing just this little struggle for me that I experience, I'm sure that it resonates with many other people. So I love you all so much, and I'm going to give myself a big cuddle because I feel real proud of myself now because I actually showed up. Yesterday I wanted to show up. I still did a recording yesterday. No, I didn't record myself. I did a reading, but I didn't actually show up recording anything because I had that Two of Sword energy of like, I'm stuck. I don't know what to say. I feel blocked. I feel like I'm not going to say the right thing. I feel just my mind went off on this other story of not being good enough. The comparison trap of comparing myself to other readers and how they seem to show up so confident and in their power. And I think, oh, no, I don't know what to say. That's not true though, because my power is different to someone else's power. Nobody has my power. I'm the only person on this earth that has the power that I have to give out. And that makes me so special and rare, and it makes each and every individual person so powerful and beautiful, because your power and your gifts and your wisdom and your voice and your struggles become your story. And then that story empowers others after you empower yourself. So be the emperor in your story today. Take the blindfold off. Sit with that inner light, that inner dream, that inner wish and version of who you know you want to be. What would bring you so much happiness if you knew that you couldn't fail? And start taking action. Just one tiny little step at a time. Okay, I love you all, and I'll be back tomorrow to show up again in my power, shining my light. All right, love you, bye.